How did your family pay for your nurse's training?
Well, that's interesting because my dad had to borrow the money. It was 120. Let's see, it was $122. No, excuse me, it's $125. $125 for 3 years. And when I got there, the key for the room was $3. And you got the money back for the key after 3 years. When you returned the key for your room, you got the $3 back. So it just cost me $125 for 3 years of nurse's training. And when my sister went in then about 2 years later, it was, I don't know the exact number, but it was in the hundreds. It was hundreds of dollars for her for the 3 years, compared to mine 125 earlier when I went. And my dad borrowed it from the bank. And when we got back, then when I got out, my dad tactfully or untactfully reminded me that I owed him $125. And so I had a savings bond. Those days they were sold war bonds. So I gave him a savings bond. It was worth $125. So that's how we got my 3 years. And even at that, you know, that nowadays you couldn't put anybody through college for $125 for a year. But that's what it was back in 1938, yeah. That's how much it cost and how my parents paid for it. They had to borrow it. Imagine that. So my sister got some of her money. She stayed home a year after high school. She stayed home a year and worked in one of the stores downtown and made her money for her nurse's training. So those days didn't come easy. You had to rent.